Oh, Ashley, girl. I believe Chris and Eddie was flirting with this Fraggle Rock just as much as I believe in the Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, and White Jesus. Are y'all ready to talk about it? Get the music! Oh yes, bitches and hoes. I'm back.
I drop a player like it's nothing, it ain't working out. Now no debate up for discussion, bitch, I'm walking out. My time is money, I ain't loving, let you toast it out. Flip my weave and walk it out, look how I just bossed it out. Now come on baby, why you bugging, we can't talk it out. I keeps it moving, I ain't tripping, lost another spouse. I'm just a boss, it's in my blood, no I won't scream or shout. Grabbing my keys.
Cause oh yes, bitches and hoes, I'm back. Back with another video. We here to discuss Real Housewives of Potomac season. I forgot an episode. It'll be there in the description. Y'all ought to be used to this by now. Girl, look, let me tell you something, Ashley. Why would you go get this Muppet baby down here to go down there and say that them people was flirting with her? It's just giving desperate. I mean, look at it. Her damn eyebrows as thick as her hair. Why, Ashley? Why? And you was digging in Candace. Now, if Candace would have turned around and cussed your ass out, she'd have been in every right. But I'm glad Candace didn't give it to you. We're going to get to it, but let's get into the episode. So the episode opens up. It's time for Karen's show. She's going down there to the DC Improv. You know, the Grand Dame has to do everything grind. You know, she rented out the Improv. And it starts to make sense later on because basically what she had was a comedy show. It was a pride comedy show. So it makes sense. But see, nobody knows this leading up because Miss Karen ain't tell nobody nothing. She said it's a night with the Grand Dame in small print and friends. But the whole time, it's all about the friends and not Miss Grand Dame. Karen, I ain't gonna lie. Because you made your little shade and you said, you know, I'm going to really sell my tickets. I ain't going to just, you know, be giving away tickets and whatnot. You know, people really going to come out to see me. But Karen, I got to call you out now. They didn't come see you, fat. They came for pride. They came for the people, you know, that will already have their little following or whatever. You could tell by that audience, it was a whole bunch of gay folks, a bunch of lesbians and a bunch of gay men that was there to support their people. Karen, you just had your name on the marquee. I'm sorry. Love you to death, Grand Dime. Love you to death, but it wasn't your show, fat. Your name was on it and you paid for it. That's all. You financed it. But anyway, she sits down with Matt and Ray, and she was like, because I'm here to do my thing, and Ray threw a little jab and then said, yeah, she here to do her thing, whatever that is. Ray, I caught that, Uncle Ray. The producer asked her if this was Matt's idea or Matt's show, and she said, no, it was my idea, but Matt is my producer. Girl, bye. Matt is a part of the community. All the people on stage were in the community. All the people off stage, except your friends, and then some of them got a big toe in the community. Girl, Grand Dime, this wasn't about you. But the fact that you selling more tickets than Gizzard and Robert is enough for me. So we gonna let you live. Let's move on. We move to the next scene. Jackie goes to see Mia and Ray. She goes to see them. They open up a bottle of wine and have a seat on the couch. Jackie sit next to her man, which is Gordon. I said Mia and Ray. Mia and Gordon, girl. But Jackie goes to sit next to Gordon. And, and she was like, should we, switch seats? Should we put Gordon in the middle? Kind of like teasing us that she be sleeping with that girl husband. But we already know that because Mia don't give a damn. Mia likes to watch. So, she telling them, yeah, girl, open that bottle of gentleman's wine. And she said, because, Jacqueline says, because, yeah, girl, I need a gentleman in my life. And Mia said, girl, apparently, because they saying my man is yours. Your man is my man, and my man is your man. Girl, Gordon is for the streets. And you don't care. So, I mean, what's the big deal? Anyway, so they go have a seat on the couch, like I was saying. And they talk about the conversation that happened at the live show. So Mia brings that up, and Jacqueline was like, it kind of took me out of left field, that they would even pull me on the side and ask me about that. And Mia said, well, I told them, look, girl, if y'all want to know, ask Jacqueline herself. So that's probably why they pulled you on the side. So, they brings up the fact that they take showers together. Mia said, look, not Mia, Jacqueline said, look, we take showers together, me and Mia. It's a good view. It's fun. We look good. I mean, what's the big deal? That's how close we are. Y'all is crazy. Y'all is crazy and y'all smashing. I don't care what nobody see. That's why y'all taking showers together. That's just what it is. Mia says everybody thinks it's a sexual relationship, but it's not. Girl, yes it is. But Jacqueline said, yeah, girl, they think we in a threesome. but we are not in a threesome. No, I don't even think she said we wasn't in a threesome. She just said they think we in a threesome. Girl, yes, we do. And then Mia said that's because maybe I brought up the car situation. You know, they did the flashback of her saying if my friend ain't pulling up in a Rolls Royce or whatever, a Porsche or whatever it was, then I'm not doing my job. And then Jacqueline looks to Gordon and said, Gordon, I don't know why they would think you bought my car. I mean, the car is in my name, but you know, if you thought that because I was going through a rough patch, getting out of a bad relationship, and I needed a down payment, that's okay. You did that because you love me. And Gordon, trying to make it not look so bad, said, I did it because she loves you. Talking about Mia. And Mia like, yeah, he did it because he know how I love you. And she was like, so Gordon, you don't love me? Y'all stop the cab. Gordon bought that doggone car, and guess what? I ain't mad at it, because if I was her, I'd be getting me a car too. Especially, look, get me a Porsche. I'll come be y'all friend. Shit, I ain't got nothing going on. Just don't tell my man. But anyway, moving on. Ashley and the PYTs, which is including the Muppet Baby here, they all go out to lunch to meet up with Gizzard. Now, we all know Gizzard is only there to get the tea. She got to see this Deborah friend, Deborah girl, just to look at it and peep the scene to make sure it's going to all go through well, because, you know, what she tried to say about Chris didn't really pan out for her. So now she's there to make sure this one slide through well. But I'm pretty sure when Gizzard got there and saw Deborah, she was just like, ain't no way in hell. But let's go on with it since we already here. But anyway, Ashley introduces her to the PYTs, and they, you know, they sit down, order some food. Gizzard asks if they, you know, trying to keep Ashley in good spirits and finding her another man and whatnot. And it was like, girl, we don't have to find her no man, girl. The DMs is popping behind Miss Ashley, girl. And Ashley is a very cute girl, you know what I mean? So, and then these niggas know she getting money from her ex. I need to crawl in the DMs, if you ask me. But, they start bringing up the spring fling. I'm sorry, I'm all over my words. They bring up the spring fling, and Deborah wants to tell her story of how Chris came over to the counter where she was, to the bar, and basically said, you know, hey, my name is Chris, leaned in, you know, as she fixed her hair. Because you know the biracial girls with the thick hair. Because she looked biracial. I don't know if she biracial, but she looked biracial. But the biracial girls and the white girls, you know, when they be having their real hair. So she said she was at the bar like this, you know. And Chris leaned in and said, hello, how are you? My name is Chris. And she said, oh, hi, my husband's name is Chris. And he was just like, yeah, all us Chris's is alike, you know. But, yeah, nice to meet you. And then she said Happy Eddie come around there, but Happy Eddie didn't flirt as much as Chris did. Well, the producers played back, and Chris wasn't paying you every bit of mine, you heifer. Girl, Deborah, how much they paid you to come up here? Because we done found out Mel paying them heifers. How much did Ashley get from Michael to pay you to come over here and say that bullshit? And why would you let her do that to you? You know the internet is flaming your ass, as they should. Deborah, you look like you just squinting your eyes at every turn, every time you turn around. Girl, I don't know if it's the Botox. I don't know if it's the, I don't know what it is. Girl, we trying to figure out what you is. You know, what pronouns we should be using. And I'm not even trying to throw a dig because they say you got churn. But this is what I'm trying to say. You let that girl put you in this type of position to get this type of embarrassment, all for what? Nobody believes. Look at Ashley. I mean, not Ashley. Look at Candace and look at doggone Wendy. And you know Wendy get on my damn nerves, but the bitch is bad. Let me back up. Having a bad bitch don't stop you from getting cheated on. Hell, look at Beyonce, Halle Berry, and all the baddest of the baddest. Let me start there. However, Deborah, for real, you're not even giving sex appeal. You're not even giving, you know, I ride you better than your wife. Or, you know, I know your wife not sucking you, so I'm going to go ahead. I do that. I'm the girl for that. You're not even giving that. I don't understand why you let Ashley buck you up to come up here and do this. Now they flaming your ass up. And you deserve it. You deserve it. And if you have a husband, and I was your husband, I would have divorced your thirsty ass and told you, why the hell is you doing all of this? This don't even make no sense. Girl, bye. Actually, I'm mad at you for this. Because you should have picked a better friend to come out and say that Chris was flirting. But, she did clear it up that Happy Eddie wasn't really flirting. He just kind of was all in her face or whatever. But it really was more Chris. Girl, the people say you lie. We done already doggone saw that. And so, you know, Ashley's whole thing is, you know, I want Candy Ass to know because, you know, she's trying to conceive. And I want her to know, you know, who she's conceiving with. Girl, Ashley, and I understand why the people don't like you either. I understand, absolutely, 100% understand, because you're an idiot, Ashley. You ain't got nothing else going for you. I felt sorry when Candy Ass was slamming your big face ass up when you was pregnant, but now I understand. And Candy Eyes, I invite you to go back and flame her ass up again. Because actually, you're thirsty, you tried it, you're trying to keep the conversation off your gay husband, but we all know that he probably somewhere leaving out of somebody's hotel room as we speak. Girl, bye. Anyway, moving on. Mia, Robert, and Gizzard go to lunch. Robert shaped like SpongeBob SquarePants. Argue with your mom. Robert is shaped like SpongeBob SquarePants. Robert, thank goodness you have blue, green, or whatever color your eyes is, and the people of society feel light skin is all automatically cute because you shaped straight up and down. Girl, you're shaped like a rectangle. Robert, what is you having on? Girl, take them shorts off. Don't let them. It's the white woman coming out of you at the bottom. I don't know what it is, but you look a hot ass mess. Anywho, they sit down and catch up with Mia trying to find out where the hell she been, and she claimed her son was sick, but apparently what it was his nuts didn't drop. Or maybe they dropped. I don't know. I ain't never had no son. Her and Robert could basically bind off of that because, you know, Robert nuts dropped when she was about 14. So she understood. You know what I mean? So she was like, yeah, I know. It's something that we go through with as boys to men. You know, when we go from boys to men, the nuts drop. You know. Well, then anyway, they gets on Mia and starts to tell Mia what girl Karen told us that you was around there looking through Jacqueline's punani with a flashlight. And she said, oh, she did. Yeah, girl. And look at Robert. Why were you looking in there? And what did you see? And I'm sitting here going, Robert, why you acting like you don't be looking through Gizzard's punani with a flashlight? Girl, stop the cab. You know what kills me with Robert and Gizzard? Y'all like to get up here and act like y'all don't know what these lesbian doggone things are. Like y'all not privy to that type of stuff. But we all know, allegedly, y'all the scissor queens. Come on now. Y'all gotta stop this now. Y'all got to be strong. Y'all have to be strong and you gotta stop this. Anyway, you know, look at Robert. Well, what was you looking for? Did she have something? Like, what was going on? Oh, no. I was just looking. Well, we find out later on from Jacqueline, her damn self, that she had a yeast infection. Y'all some nasty heifers. Anyway, after they tell her about that and tell her about, you know, the threesome with Peter and all that, Mia is upset. Because Mia was like, I can't believe she told her that. I would never tell her nothing ever again. Well, you know what? That's all on you. We moved to the, before we moved, she said, now she wouldn't like it, talking about Karen. She wouldn't like it if I tell y'all why she really mad at Sharice. And look at Gizzard. What? Why? Tell us. She ain't gonna tell you because she don't know. She's just trying to leave y'all on a cliffhanger. Moving on, we move to the next scene. They at the live show. It's the night of the live show. And Karen is selling her brands. Now, Karen, you said you're not going to have La Dime and all of that stuff at your live show because the live show and your brands is two different things. But when we pull up to the live show, all your candles and everything is up there at the front, Karen. We need you to answer for that. But she says she has a beehive and she calls them the La Dimes. They do a flashback. And it's her talking to Gizzard and Robert was like, ugh, a beehive, La Dimes. And she was like, do you have a La Robbins? Hell no. She ain't even on her own team. Why would anybody be on Robert's team? That don't even make no sense. Anyway, so she's getting ready for her show. She's checking the sound. You know what I mean? She want to make sure everything is going good. Karen walks in. Not Karen. Gizzard walks in and this guy mistakes Gizzard for Karen. I can see it. They look alike and they're around the same age. Karen says Gizzard's still upset because she don't know what the show about. Girl, listen, all we need to know is it was better than that BS y'all put on and gave tickets away for. That your partner around there telling lies saying y'all made $14,000 for when y'all gave con tickets away. The show that the only person bought a ticket was Mia and Jacqueline. Girl, shut up. Sit your ass down and have a seat. So anyway, Ashley arrived with Deborah. Why did you bring Deborah down there? I know why. Ooh, you knew Candace was going to be there. You want to start some shit. Sound about right. But basically Ashley's whole thing is I brought Deborah because she needed to, talking about Candace, needed to talk to her for herself because she just won't listen. Just the way you won't listen about Michael. Grabbing on people unwarningly and all of that. Like that. Oh, okay, let's move on. We move to the next scene. Well, Candace and her mama at home. Candace said she eating before she get there because she don't know if they're going to be serving food. She still don't know what the show about. Her mama is there. Her mama gonna come down. She got her church dress on, ready for the show, and her church heels and her shawl, and they get ready to head on out the door. Now moving on, Karen is making sure the sound is better than Robert's, and then they bring up Barbie titties at the table. So apparently, somebody said, no, Mia said, oh, I'm going to make sure my dress stay up. And Jacqueline, if it comes down, make sure you pull them up because we don't want the Barbie titties out. And look at Jacqueline. Yeah, because I didn't appreciate Karen telling everybody all my business or whatever. And they do the flashback. Apparently, Sharice put in a doggone group chat a video of Karen and Mia dancing drunk, obviously, and their boobs slipped out. And they were rubbing titties on nipples. I don't know. That's what they look like to me. And basically, the grind down was like, look, I don't have no issue with the video. Just don't call them titties, call them boobs. Sharice, this is why nobody likes you coming around, Grandma. Grandma Sharice, Mama Sharice, my dear Sharice. This is why nobody don't like you coming around. You the girl who tapes the stuff that nobody wants out, that we want to keep in the circle, and then you resurface it back later on when nobody, supposed to know about it. My dear Sharice, you are a disgrace, and I hate that you even is around, girl. You bring nothing but negativity. You make the stank face. You talk like this, darling, with a face like your name Shaniqua out the hood, and nobody likes you around. The only reason Gizzard and Robert brings you around is to get under the grind down skin. Oh, Lord, Sharice, that's why you ain't getting no invite. Speaking of invites, Gizzard said, Sharice felt some type of way because she didn't get invited, you know what I mean? And Karen said she don't want her there. And that's just that. I didn't want to look at her either. Nobody wants to look at Sharice with the stank face, the my dear hair, the my dear wig, and the doggone church dress. Nobody wants to see Sharice out there with that. We barely is taking Robert. Box Robert. We barely taking Box Robert. We don't need Sharice and Box Robert. That's not fair now, y'all. Y'all got to be fair. Shit. Don't nobody want to see her there. But anyway, they bring up Ashley asked Jackie about Jackie. I'm giving her Jackie. That's what she giving. But Ashley asked Jackie about Mia looking down her coochie. And Mia tells us, not Mia, Jacqueline tells us she had a yeast infection and wanted what's her name? Mia to look down there. Jacqueline, you are a nasty trifling heifer. Now, I have a vagina. We all know every vagina in the world has had at least one yeast infection. And if you ain't had one, hold on to your panties, fat. You will be getting one. But, why would you get on national TV and say that, girl? We don't want to hear that. We do not want to hear that. And you sound nasty. And you know where all them yeast infections coming from? Probably letting all them things up in you. And, Gordon spreads his wide and low. So he probably... We didn't need to know all that. We just did. That's not information we needed to know, if you ask me. You know what I mean? But, she said she still don't like the fact that Karen went back and said something, But Karen is in the back throwing her shade saying she ain't had to get no comp tickets for her show. Everybody paid, but they didn't come to see you grind down. Robin arrives in a jean dress looking like 1992 when my mama had bought me this jean button-up dress, and it was jean all the way. It had the sleeves all the way down the heel, and it had ruffles at the bottom, and it was buttoned up all the way up the thing. My mama brought me one in like 92, 93. I remember that. I got a picture of it. Yeah, it was cute too. But that's what Robert came in there looking like. Robert, stay home. If you got to come in looking like that, if you got to come in with your dress from high school, stay home. Anyway, Robert pulls up in her jean dress, like I said, and then they tell Candace, no. Soon as she get there, she tells Candace, look, that's the girl who was spreading all the rumors. Candy ass, let me tell you something. If you don't believe Robert ain't got a lot to do with all of this BS happening, then you a damn fool too. Robert is the culprit, but she's making herself seem like she on your side. She not on your side. She want to get your panties all in the twist just as much as Ashley and Gizzard. I mean, not Gizzard. Ashley and Gizzard. She wants your panties all in the twist just as much as them. I'm telling you right now, she's not your friend. But Candy ass says she don't acknowledge Sesame Street characters. As you shouldn't. Because, the Muppet Babies went off in the 90s, They ain't been on. They was popping in the 80s. I ain't gonna lie, off of Sesame Street. But the Muppet Babies went off in the 90s. You don't have to. You don't have to entertain. What's that little character that said not the mama? You don't have to entertain her. You don't. You just don't. Pay her dust, Candace. I'm with you. But they start the show, girl. When did her husband arrive? But you know, she got to sit at the other table because Gizzard and Robert don't like her. But she arrived with her husband or whatever. And the first act is a comedian. Candy ass want to know if Karen is going to tell jokes. And everybody was like, I hope so. Mia said, I hope so too. That's the only reason I paid. Well, Candy ass, she ain't telling no jokes. But Karen comes outside and she's the second act. She comes out as the host. She says she's the Muhammad Ali's live shows. Karen. Yes and no, because it's really not your show. I'm sorry. I have to keep throwing that out there. But she give a little speech, and the girls are still confused, and then they realize, oh snap, she ain't in the show. She's just the host. Duh. Mia said, I thought it was the Karen show, but it turns out it's everybody else's show. That's what I just said. She changed her outfits, and look at Candace. Go ahead on, Miss Changing Outfits, changing costumes as you should. So now Act 4 is sizzling topics, and they go to ask questions. This one lady asked, where should she go looking for a husband? Karen said, don't go to church, because all the men in church got all the women in there looking at them. She wasn't lying. She said she found her man, Ray, at the Black Caucus. Poor Uncle Ray was in the corner looking like he was trying to stay alive and stay woke for the show because it's past his bedtime. And she over there telling the girls where to find a husband. Now the next thing comes up. Mia stands up and asks, what would you do if you tell your friend something and then your friend go back and tell everybody else? Karen was just like, girl, are you trying to call me out at my show? Sit your ass down. But anyway, she answered, she said, well, girl, look, if I said it, it's true. What I said what I said is what she said. She said, but sit your ass down. It is what it is. Like, I'm a work in progress. You know, and Mia's whole thing is she didn't appreciate that. She said, because if you're going to say something, you know, and repeat it, just don't tell these two, talking about Gizzard and Robert, as you shouldn't. But, Gizzard is over there talking about Karen's ego used to be on, you know, high at the beginning, but now it's on 25 mil. Girl, you need to sit down. It ain't always about you. Shut up, Gizzard. You just jealous because their show sold out and Karen actually gonna make a coin off of this. Ashley goes to try to introduce Candace to Deborah. Remember, this is Deborah. So Candace looking, she was like, oh, this the one who said my husband was touching on her? And look at Deborah. Oh, no. He never touched me or anything. He was just very, very flirty. That's it. Candy said she not entertaining her. It's just not giving. Even Mia had to say, hell, Wendy and Candace are 8+. Deborah's about a 4, average at best in my Kevin Samuels voice. Girl, please. But Candy is paying her dust. She was just like, girl, I'm not entertaining those Sesame Street characters. I'm just not doing it. Jasmine closed out the show with a song and no budget. I don't even know what that's about. I kind of must have turned my head or something. Ashley's over there still trying to beg Candy ass to talk to this girl, and Candy ass says she's not dealing with it. Deborah goes and says, well, Candace, don't you want to talk to me? She said, no, ma'am. As you should. Candace, don't give the heifer, because see, she was waiting for her 5 minutes, and she got it, but she not going to get no more off of this from you. I am here for that. Now, that leaves Ashley big head ass in the corner talking about, see, she's being dismissive. She's always doing that and being dismissive. Candy ass says she's not entertaining Deborah. Deborah needs to be over there counting letters and numbers with Count Dracula over at Sesame Street or reading a book to a child, and I fell through the floor. As you should. Candy ass, don't bring Deborah back. Deborah, I hope you get all the backlash and all the negative press and everything that you deserve behind this, because you did not have this to do. You just listened to your big head ass friend who came up with the so-called bright idea. You know, all these weapons formed against Wendy and Candace have not prospered. And you light-skinned heifers might need to take note of that. You know what I mean? Anyway, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. They're going on a trip next week. They're going to Mexico. And apparently Jacqueline and Mia's going to get into it. Sharice and Karen is going to get into it. And for the life of me, I never understand why Sharice is there. She just brings the energy down in the room. You could be in a white room, and then when she walk in, it's going to go gray. You know what I mean? Anyway, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all thought. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you hoes later. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.